Well, predators are finding new ways to target children online. They use popular social media apps to manipulate kids into sending them sexually explicit photos.
And it's actually happening right here in the tri-state. WCPO 9 News reporter Valerie Lyons spent 2 months digging into this issue, and she shows us the warning signs and the efforts as well to prevent more kids from falling victim.
I was told that I was a porn star.
Ani Chaglassian says she hadn't even started high school when she fell victim.
I didn't consent to any of this happening.
Almost daily for more than 3 years, groomed and sexually exploited by a man she met online.
A lot of the content I wasn't even aware that it was being recorded.
For Chaglassian, it was chat site Omegle, but predators have their webs cast wide.
Games that are used by children like Discord, Roblox, Reddit.
In an active Boone County case, court documents allege a 25-year-old Florence man pretended to be a teen on Snapchat to get nude photos from teen girls. Meanwhile, in Hamilton, a 43-year-old man got 30 years in prison for using online PlayStation games to film sexually explicit videos of himself and young boys.
It used to be difficult to come across this type of content.
Callahan Walsh, a child advocate with the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, says child sexual abuse material, or CSAM, is a growing threat.
What we're seeing more and more these days is self-produced content where a child will be coerced, will be manipulated into thinking that they're sending this nude image to a peer, to perhaps a new romantic, relationship that they're in that they've made online.
Some predators have taken that further, blackmailing young victims in the tri-state and pursuing them for sex.
He drove some distance to do so. That obviously is very concerning.
You just heard audio from a 2022 criminal detention hearing. The prosecutor is talking about a 21-year-old man who they say drove from Detroit to Springdale to have sex with an 11-year-old girl. This criminal complaint says the two started talking on popular chat app Discord.
He also produced child pornography with her.
It's all about prevention right now.
But what does prevention look like? Well, for Kentucky State Police Sergeant Zach Morris, it starts at home.
Are we allowing our kids to take their electronics to bed with them, keep them in their rooms?
Do your kids have adult online contacts? Red flag. Do they use encrypting web browsers designed to hide their online activity? Red flag.
Have we thought about those kind of things? Could that help keep our kids safe? I like to think it could.
There are millions of these photos circling the internet right now. So the next question is, can they be removed? Well, the short answer is no. They live on forever, but there are efforts to make these images harder to find.
We create a digital fingerprint for every image and video that we receive that is depicting the child sexual abuse.
Image hashing. The center's been doing it for years, sharing identifying tags with big tech companies so they can search their own databases for those images if there's a match.
And then they'll take actions to take that image or video down.
And in December of 2022, the center launched Take It Down, a free tool where victims can create their own hashes.
If they send an image, a sexually explicit image, to someone that they thought they could trust and found out that they actually couldn't, and are in fear that that image may find itself online, or they know that image is online.
But sometimes waiting for justice can only add to the turmoil. That's why Chaglassian took justice into her own hands.
I was really frustrated and I felt like there had to be something that I could do.
Now 19, she leads Protect Kids Not Abusers, a coalition pushing for legislative change. She's already seen one bill pass in her home state of California, but now she's setting her sights on the federal Earn It Act, which, if passed, would allow victims to sue third-party websites that allow or ignore child sexual abuse material on their sites.
It's a very important one, and I hope there's movement on it this year.
She says the fight will never end, but as these advocates work to untangle the web, they want victims to know
You're not alone.
You are not at fault.
Valerie Lyons, WCPO 9 News.